Studio 31.
We know you had a choice. Thanks for watching Fox 5 Zanesville. Closed captioning is a service of your Zanesville-Muskingum County Health Department. This portion of the news is brought to you by Joe Bucky Tire. Stop in and let the friendly staff help you with all your auto repair needs.
Meteorologist Rich Wirdzek here with your forecast first. Let's talk about the rest of the evening, and happy to say that the weather's still going to be quiet here through the night as temperatures settle down into the low 30s and eventually here into the 20s by just before daybreak. But talking about a nice warm up and also our next shot for rain. We'll be back with that in a few minutes. Right now, the news on Fox 5 starts now.
And thank you for tuning into WHIZ News on Fox 5 at 10. I'm Cassidy Wilson. A Zanesville woman will spend 10 to 13 years in prison for aggravated vehicular homicide. The Muskingum County Prosecutor's Office announced today that Paris Dickinson also pleaded guilty to failure to stop after an accident and misdemeanor count of OVI in the death of 30-year-old Alex King. Authorities said the 27-year-old Dickinson admitted to investigators she was celebrating the night of King's death by drinking at home before driving drunkenly to a pair of Zanesville bars. In the parking lot of a Putnam Avenue business, Dickinson is seen on video falling out of the driver's seat, nearly getting run over by her own moving car. Authorities said King stood in front of the unoccupied vehicle, but Dickinson got back in the car, slammed on the gas, and ran King over and fled the scene. King was taken to the hospital where he died hours later. This was not the first time Dickinson committed a crime with the vehicle she was operating. At the time of the incident, Dickinson was serving a community control sentence from a prior case involving allegations of felonious assault, burglary, criminal damaging, possession of criminal tools, and child endangering. Judge Marquee Broadcasting also ordered that Dickinson's driver's license be suspended for life. The Muskingum County Engineer's Office is alerting motorists of an upcoming road closure. On Wednesday, Dresden Road will be closed between Fairview and Ridgevale Roads from 8:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Crews will be cutting down trees along the roadway near Aplo Way. The Muskingum Valley Park District is a local organization that was created to utilize and promote nature within the community. Park District Executive Director Russell Edgington shared some of the accomplishments the organization has made, as well as some plans intended in the upcoming months.
We did complete a 5-year master plan towards the end of last year, so I intend to provide them with copies of that master plan. That plan actually takes information that we got from the statistically valid survey we did a couple of years ago, and we applied all of the information that survey respondents said they wanted out of a park district into that plan, and now we have individual action plans to make that all go forward.
The survey showed that respondents were interested in developing trails through the community, and that's what the Park District is concentrating on the hardest.
We talked about the Putnam Greenway. That's the corridor that goes from Putnam Landing down to the community high school. We're actually moving forward with that project. We have the first installment of funds from the Straker Foundation, and we're still looking at actually completing that project in the fall of this year.
The district also received a grant from the Transportation Alternatives Program for work that is planned to continue on the Muskingum Bike Trail below Dresden later this year. Today, the Muskingum County Commissioners officially proclaimed the week of February 12th through the 18th as Do to Be Kind Week. 6 years ago, Muskingum County educator Kim Tatman started the Do to Be Kind initiative to remind people to being considerate to others, and now that push has evolved into being recognized by local governments.
Well, we were fortunate to get the commissioners in all 4 counties we serve, which is Guernsey, Muskingum, Noble, and Perry counties, to proclaim this an official week. And in Guernsey and Muskingum counties, they have the capacity to light their courthouses yellow, and with that we were thinking smiley face yellow, and so they will be lighting the courthouse during the week.
This week's theme is kindness in our community, and each day people are encouraged to administer the kind act that is listed for that day. Tatman says kindness radiates outward and the positivity can go well beyond the initial gesture.
What we have found about acts of kindness is it's a reciprocal kind of giving situation. So when you are the person who's receiving the kindness, obviously you feel really good about that. But what you find and what research has shown is that the person who is doing the act of kindness also gets that warm feeling themselves. And so when you give, you get something, and when you receive, you get something.
The Dude Be Kind initiative can be followed on the Mideast Facebook page or by entering the hashtag DBK2023. Some mental health experts are calling for a complete overhaul in treating behavioral health care for children. A new study released today looked at the records of more than 28,000 children ages 6 to 17 who visited the emergency room with mental health issues. Researchers found that less than a third of them had supporting outpatient mental health visits within 7 days, and only 55% had a follow-up visit within 30 days. Pediatricians say there's been a surge of younger children needing mental health care since the pandemic. Research has shown that follow-up visits with a mental health care provider lowers a person's suicide risk and raises the chances they will take their prescription medicine. One of the study's authors says she hopes the study will prompt policymakers to invest more so children can access care no matter where they live. From Sunday's Super Bowl to catching up on your favorite television series, you may have spent a lot of time around the TV this past weekend. But did you know that televisions and other furniture that aren't properly secured can be dangerous, even deadly if tipped over? In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has a look at the latest report with some disturbing data and how you can protect your family.
Pick out all your jammies.
It can happen in an instant, even when you're watching.
Good job. Those go in the very top drawer.
These are real-life tip-overs. Thankfully, no children died in these scary accidents, but falling furniture can cause serious injuries, even death.
You know, kids are going to be kids. They're going to be running around. They're going to be climbing on things. They may trip over a cord that pulls down a television.
The latest report from the Consumer Product Safety Commission shows each year between 2019 and 2021, emergency rooms treated an estimated 19,400 people. Between 2000 and 2021, there were nearly 600 reported deaths.
The vast majority of them are children.
And many of those deaths involved a TV, but there are simple ways to protect family. Store heavy items at the bottom of furniture. Place nothing on top that would entice kids to climb. If there are cords, tuck them away. And finally, use an anchor.
Going down to the local hardware store for under $20, in less than 20 minutes, you can attach your television or your bookcase or dresser to the wall.
At anchorit.gov, you'll find step-by-step instructions on how to properly anchor things to the wall. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Coming up next on WHIZ News on Fox 5 at 10, the library has more than just books to check out. More on that after this quick break.
You're watching WHIZ News on Fox 5 for Zanesville, New Lexington, and all of Southeast Ohio.
Has pothole season left you needing new tires? Then you need to come to Joe Bucky Tire, a certified Goodyear, Dunlop, and Kelly tire dealer. Just looking for an oil change or brake service? Joe Bucky can do that too. We also service semi-trailer trucks and perform commercial service calls. So the next time you need work done to your vehicle, then call, click, or stop by Joe Bucky Tire and let our friendly staff help you with all your auto repair needs.
A better life begins with better sleep. Discover yours today at Kokonas Furniture and Mattress First. For a limited time, buy your new mattress at Kokonas and save up to $600 instantly. Plus, get a free adjustable base upgrade and a free 4-piece bedding bundle with qualifying purchase. Start sleeping better interest-free up to 72 months with no money down. Worried about finding the right mattress? Don't be. Our support report technology you won't find anywhere else helps solve that problem. So upgrade your sleep now for less at all Kokonas Furniture and Mattress First locations.
5-Hour Energy, because it's time to hit the gym and work up a sweat. And you're going to need some energy, lots of energy. 5-Hour Energy for every workout. 5-Hour Energy, because the work week is over. Time to meet up with your friends and have some fun. And you're going to need some energy, lots of energy. 5-Hour Energy for every night out.
She's the apple of his eye.
Ta-da! What do you think?
You look beautiful. And you're grounded.
She may be a tomboy.
You're so lucky you get to be in junior G.I. Joes. And you're lucky I don't want to get blood on my uniform.
But she's still Daddy's little girl.
Sit down, I want to talk to you for a minute.
This isn't a sex talk, is it? Because I already know more than I'd like to.
Learn all about Eve.
Am I supposed to understand what you mean by that?
On Last Man Standing. Weekdays at 5 on Fox 5.
The Muskingum County Library System employs multiple strategies to promote creativity and literacy. MCLS Circulation Services Coordinator Amber Rodland shared some of the non-traditional items that members can check out that will go beyond print and audio.
We have a lot of items. Libraries aren't just books, DVDs anymore. We also check out high-value items such as hotspots, telescopes, sewing machines, ukuleles. All of these are options for our patrons. These are also things that typically people don't think about when they think about their local library. Most people just think, books. So we want to provide more options for people in our community.
The library offers these items through any of their branches as a service to their patrons because in some instances, they're not readily available anywhere else.
We do have a high-value, unique item lending agreement that they will have to sign every time they check out. And it's just because of the cost and nature of the items. You would also need an adult all-access card in good standing in order to check out these items.
As the library continues to add unique items to their checkout availability, their lending policy agreements continue to expand, and you can find more information on their website. Conn's potato chip owner and president made a major announcement concerning the company late this afternoon. Jonathan George said that its subsidiary has obtained a license to the brand rights associated with Mike Sell's snack food products. Effective immediately, Conn's will begin producing Mike Sell's branded snacks food products from its Zanesville facilities and working to restock retail shelf space, especially for potato chip and puffcorn items. Conn's has been serving the potato chip and snack foods markets for over 85 years. Florida wildlife officials are releasing 13 manatees back into the wild today. The animals are being brought one or two at a time to Blue Springs State Park in Orange City, Florida. Once there, several workers are helping to carry the massive marine animals over a boardwalk and down to a small beach where they will introduce each one back into the water. The hope is they will join up with the large herd already in the water at the park and return to a normal manatee way of life. Manatees are gentle creatures that spend most of their time eating plants, resting, and traveling. Today's release comes thanks to a collaboration between several manatee rescue and rehabilitation partners, including the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden and Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Still ahead on WHIZ News on Fox 5 at 10, your complete forecast. Stay with us.
For over 98 years, 5 generations, the Sterrett family has proudly served Duncan Falls, Philo, and surrounding communities. We proudly offer these brands of feed: Neutrina, Loyal, and Bob White. Stop by and see us for buying, selling, and trading your firearms and ammo. Want to sell your guns online? Ask us about our online consignment sales service, also FFL transfers for only $20. Need your propane tanks refilled? Place your order online, then stop by and get your refills on your way home. For all your hardware needs, stop in and see us on Main Street in Duncan Falls.
Tips from the Nerd's Guide to Fitness.
I think it's great you guys want to get more exercise, but you really think sports is the right choice for you? You twisted your ankle playing Scrabble.
Always mix up your routine.
Go, Leonard!
Amy, look! I'm on a unicycle.
And remember to cool down.
Surprised you wanted to go to a sports bar, Sheldon.
Look at this blister. Like it or not, we're athletes now.
The Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights at 6 on Fox 5.
Your zip code. Just one number different, and you might have a whole other life. Different school. Different job. Different dreams. Different problems. In America, the zip code you're born in can determine your future. The Y works to change that, with programs and services that help everyone thrive, no matter who you are or where you're from. For a better us, support your local Y today.
And welcome back. I'm meteorologist Rich Wirdzek as we round out a pretty quiet Monday. A nice way to start the work week. Not too much in the way of any problems out there with the weather, at least. In the next couple of days, there will be some issues to talk about coinciding with the warming trend that I know will make people pretty happy if you liked these brief warm spells that we've had. We're going to have another one of these this week where I do expect temperatures to be close to 70 degrees. But part of the problem we're going to have is the wind. That is going to be with the warmest air this week. The wind will just be continuously gusty as we go into our Wednesday, and I'll show you that in Futurecast. That small chance for rain Wednesday, and then a better chance for rain into Thursday, which will eventually basically move out and give way to a cold front that'll bring our temperatures back down to close to average for this time of the year. All right, let's get into Futurecast and get you set here for your Tuesday. Morning commute looks pretty good, but notice the clouds will start to fill in throughout the day. Those will continue to increase. Not a drop of rain expected until we get to the evening and potentially late at night. And you saw how quickly some of those showers move through. I don't anticipate a lot of rain at all with this forecast, but there will be a few showers. Valentine's Day plans here for the evening. I will say this, any chance for rain is really going to be till after dinner time's over, so no worries out there on the roads. And the small chance for rain is going to be coming before we start things off with the Wednesday morning commute. Now, we get into Thursday, and there's probably going to be a better shot that you see rain across the area. In fact, we're going to have to watch closely as some heavy rain, potentially some storms will be impacting the area. You can see how they're kind of encroaching on the central and eastern Ohio region here outside of Zanesville. Looking at Futurecast time, this is 10 o'clock Thursday morning. I will say this, the overall idea is that the chance for severe weather is low. You go south of the Ohio River, that could be a problem. And know that if you are traveling on Thursday, especially in the afternoon, there could be some big time storms off to the south that keep an eye on there. But here for Zanesville, we're looking at just your general chance for rain, maybe a couple thunderstorms, and then we're talking about cooler weather ahead. Tonight, I mean, you can call that cold, 27 degrees, but really for this time of the year, we should actually be a little chillier. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. Clear skies to go along with it. Your Tuesday planner, we should have a mostly sunny sky through 8 o'clock. More clouds on the way by lunchtime, where we'll still be pushing 50 degrees. And I expect our high to be well into the 50s here for the afternoon. We'll go about 55 degrees at 4 o'clock. Let's talk about your 7-day forecast here. Starting with Valentine's Day again, the forecast tomorrow looks pretty good from that standpoint. Mid-50s, dry weather in the evening. Now, Wednesday's chance of rain is going to be early in the day, as I talked about, and you saw in Futurecast, but we are looking at the idea of 70 degrees in the afternoon. That's going to come with a blustery setup. Just know that. It won't be the best 70-degree day that you possibly can have. It's still just too early in the season for that. The sun, we don't have those days where the sun really warms us up. We have to take that warm air coming in from the south with the wind. Now, breezy conditions continue into Thursday with the chance for rain. The cold front comes through on Friday. You see it there with that high of only 34. I know. Chilly going into the weekend, but we start to warm up pretty quickly, and that should get us into the mid-50s by Sunday afternoon. And I expect actually Monday to be pretty decent with highs close to 60, but we'll invite in that next shot for rain. Stay with us. The news here on Fox 5 will be right back right after this.
Buckeye Shooting Center is home to a state-of-the-art indoor shooting range with the largest selection of firearms, ammo, and accessories around. Our firearms training is second to none and instructed by former SWAT officers and Marine veterans. Carrying the top products from the top brands, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Step into our range where you can bring and shoot whatever your heart desires. Buckeye Shooting Center is open to the public, home of the lifetime warranty, and we price match. So why wait? Shoot on down today.
Teachers have always been impressed by me.
Sheldon did so well, he broke the curve, turning your A's and D's into C's.
They don't seem happy about it.
My once-in-a-generation intellect.
He's already smarter than me. It's true.
My wicked sense of humor.
Entropy. It isn't what it used to be.
I was clearly the favorite student.
I may not look it, but I'm the future of physics, so just move on.
Young Sheldon, 5 times a week.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 5.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it.
Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome in. The OHSAA Girls High School Basketball Tournament will be tipping off later this week. There is one game to see who will play Riverview on Wednesday. The John Glenn Lady Muskies beat Minerva 47-12. John Glenn scored 30 straight points to start the game. Maya Oliver scored a team-high 16 points and was 5 for 7 from the field. The Lady Muskies advanced to play Wednesday at home against Riverview. With a win, John Glenn would play the winner of Zanesville versus Maysville in the sectional championship on Saturday at 1 p.m. That location is to be announced. And the Ohio Athletic Conference announced the 2023 preseason coaches poll. After an impressive 3-12 record last year, the Fighting Muskies come in at number 2. The Muskingum softball team, under the direction of first-year head coach Lena Connor, was picked to finish the second in the OAC softball preseason coaches poll that was announced on Friday. The Muskies received 72 points in the poll, which included one first-place vote. The 31-12 record last year marked the eighth year with a winning record over the last 11 years. The Fighting Muskies have made the OAC tournament in 4 straight years and will look to make it 5 in 2023. Muskingum opens their season on Sunday, March 5th, when they take on Concordia Chicago at the Spring Games in Clearmont, Florida. First pitch is slated for 9 a.m. The Reds pitchers and catchers will be reporting to spring training on Tuesday. With a young ball club, there comes future expectations. We caught up with Hall of Fame broadcaster Marty Brenneman on what the Reds' approach is over the next few years.
They're banking on a young, very talented farm system, and I think that's a good thing because, when you deal the kind of players they dealt, you're going to get something in return. And all of the players they've gotten have pretty much been highly regarded prospects from the organization that they came from. But people can say what they want to. Even if you're the #1 pick in the country, it's still a roll of the dice. And so they're banking on a number of these kids maturing over the next year or so and becoming productive big league ball players.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are one of 2 teams that did not make a single trade during last week's NBA trade deadline. However, the team got a boost on Sunday, bringing back an old friend. Free agent guard Danny Green reached an agreement with the Cleveland Cavaliers, a 3-time NBA champion. Green began his pro career with Cleveland in 2009. A well-respected player, Green gives the young Cavs another outside shooter and brings more postseason experience to a team trying to get back to the playoffs for the first time since 2018. He has appeared in 165 playoff games. Cleveland has won 6 straight and currently is the #4 seed in the Eastern Conference standings. Green has averaged 12 points and 4.9 rebounds over 14 seasons with the Cavs, Spurs, Raptors, Lakers, Sixers, and Grizzlies. He also has made 39% of his career 3-pointers. And the Cavs were also in action, and they took down the San Antonio Spurs 117-109. The win extends the Cavs' streak to an impressive 7 games. Donovan Mitchell did Donovan Mitchell things, dropping 41 points in the win. Former Ohio State Buckeye Keita Bates-Diop had a big game, scoring 14 points and grabbing 6 rebounds. The Cavs outscored the Spurs 65-49 in the first half. Cleveland will be back in action on Wednesday against the 76ers in Philadelphia. New Mexico State University men's basketball team has canceled the rest of the season after a redacted police report released on Sunday detailed hazing allegations. Shortly after the police report was released, NMSU Chancellor Dan Arvizu announced that the men's basketball program had been shut down for the remainder of the 2022-23 season. The chancellor noted that this action is clearly needed and added that hazing has no place on the university's campus. The report stems from a victim who is a member of the NMSU's men's basketball team and wishes to remain anonymous. According to the report, the victim went to campus police regarding a possible assault that was allegedly conducted by 3 members of the team. However, the victim did not want to pursue criminal charges. NMSU police are still investigating the incidents detailed in the report, and no criminal charges have been filed against any of the 3 players mentioned as of Sunday. That'll be all for sports. We'll be back after this.
You're watching WHIZ News on Fox 5 for Zanesville, McConnellsville, and all of Southeast Ohio.
One good guess.
Cursed romance. Star-crossed lovers.
You better work! Deserves another. Egyptian writing.
Hieroglyphics.
Wow! I felt like the person shouting wrong answers in the study group.
And another.
Opposite water? Sand.
25 words or less.
You did it again. You're going home with another $10,000.
25 words or less. Weekdays at 8:30 on Fox 5.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
At Children's Cancer Research Fund, we believe a world without childhood cancer is possible, but it takes all of us. And whether it's developing a groundbreaking treatment or helping a girl realize her dream, everyone has a role in a child's cancer journey. Just ask researcher Brandon Moriarty about his latest breakthrough, a genetic biomarker treatment.
Children's Cancer Research Fund is a great organization. They provide funding to really dig deep into the research and make more progress. We were able to start a clinical trial that's led by Emily Greengard.
The hope is that these types of therapies are going to be more effective and a lot better tolerated, a lot more safe for the patients.
People ask me how I keep a smile on my face. It's easy when you have so many great people that take care of you and support you.
To find out how you can be a part of a child's cancer journey and a part of the cure, visit childrenscancer.org, a public service message from Children's Cancer Research Fund.
When you see what this puppy did, you won't believe she lived. Video from her owner's car recorded the dog jumping out of one window onto one of the nation's busiest highways. Lauren Posen has details, but we must first warn you, the video you're about to see is disturbing.
It's girls' night with the newest member of the Kramer squad, 6-month-old rescue pup Sophie.
She just followed me, like she follows me everywhere I go.
You never know, this small dog had quite the big adventure last month on the busy 101 freeway.
I'll be honest, I think someone farted in the car. I don't know if it was the dog or someone, but we rolled down the windows. It was just poking her head out the window, smelling like every other dog.
Dad Ryan Kramer says Sophie was in the front seat of his Tesla. Within a matter of seconds,
she literally just fired out of the car.
The entire incident captured on Kramer's Tesla camera. You can see as the puppy leaps out of the window straight onto oncoming traffic near the Topanga exit in Woodland Hills, narrowly missing a huge semi-truck.
I see her on the side, and fortunately a gentleman behind me had stopped also and put on his blinkers and kind of slowed down traffic and then was helping Sophie by the time I got over there.
Kramer took her to the vet to get checked out and showed them his video.
We might have to increase the pain meds for her, after seeing that,
He says Sophie did get a fractured hip, but other than that, got a clear bill of health.
She has no internal bleeding, she has no broken ribs.
8 weeks later, Sophie is thriving. Kramer says initially his family was fostering her to help with overcrowding in the shelters. But after her wild adventure, he says Sophie was already home, and he ended up granting his daughter's biggest wish.
I've been begging for a puppy. Like, that was my dream come true.
Kramer says he still can't believe Sophie made it out alive. He says he wants to warn other dog owners to make sure your pets are safely secured in the car because you really never know what could happen. Well, that'll be all the time we have left for WHIZ News on Fox 5 at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.
We know you had a choice. Thanks for watching WHIZ News on Fox 5.